Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to take another very important example for reactive form, where we will see how to create a form validation with custom validator and parameters. In previous session, we discussed the simple example where we use just the custom validator, but there we were not using the parameter. But this time I'm going to show you another variant where we will see how to do the custom validation with parameter, because in project there might be some scenarios where you are supposed to implement the things with parameter, right, to implement the validation. So to explain this thing, what we will do, I'll explain you one simple example where we will create one full name variable. On that variable we will make sure that it will contain at minimum words, right? So we want to make sure that it should contain at least 2 words, right, for full name, or maybe 3 words. So these are the things that we will be implementing. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on custom validation with parameter. But prior to that, you should know what is reactive form, what is custom validator, what is validator. If you know about these basic things, then things would be very easy for you to understand. Clear? And for the detailed content, you can also refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus free resources, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So as per your convenience, you can consume the content. Okay. Alright, so let's get started. Here you can see we have first heading that shows Angular course by Sharmit, and we have second heading that tells reactive form in Angular, form control with custom validator with a parameter for minimum words validation. So from this title, one thing is clear, that we are going to create one reactive form, and second thing, we will be doing the validation with the help of custom validator and parameters. To demonstrate this thing, let's define the prerequisites. Okay, because here we have added the headings. Also, like, let's add 2 horizontal rows. These 2 horizontal rows will help us to design it properly. Okay, although it is not mandatory, but still, like, if you want, you can keep these 2 lines. Okay, now we will go to app.component.ts file. Here in this ts file, we will simply add the import section. So here I will define all the validations part. So here I will write reactive forms module, comma, ngIf. Okay, so these are the 2 things. One is a reactive form module and another one is ngIf. So ngIf for conditional statement. Okay, now what we will do, we will simply expand this thing, and here we will define the logic. So to define this logic, what we will do, we will one by one, like, firstly I will, as per the requirement is that we will create one full name field, and there we want to make sure that it contains at least 2 words, and this thing should be implemented with parameter. Okay, now you can write here full name, then equal, then we will write here function control, then opening closing parenthesis, single quotes, a comma, then we will write here min words validators. Okay, min word validator. So these are the 2 things. Now we are sure that we will be passing one parameter to it, so let's add the parenthesis, and here we will write 2, then put a semicolon over here, and then we will define the function that will like the description for this. Okay, so for that, let's copy it. Here we will write function name min words, and remember this is case sensitive, so always make sure to write it in the same case. Okay, then number, then curly braces. Here I will write return, then we will write min words validator. No, here we will just simply write parenthesis, and here I will mention control. Okay, then colon abstract control. Okay, abstract control. let me write it properly. abstract control. Okay, enter. So it is imported. Always make sure that it is imported, otherwise it will throw the error. Now after this we will add a arrow and then a curly braces. Then inside this we will mention if not of control value, control dot value, if it is blank, then in that case we will simply return null. Okay, and if like it is not that, then we will write const words count. We will write here word count equal control dot value dot trim, opening closing parenthesis, dot split, then opening closing parenthesis, then space, dot length. Okay, and then you can put a semicolon over there. So this thing is ready. Now after this what we will do, I'll explain you this logic. I'm just writing it for now. I'll explain you it in detail. Then we'll write here word count should be minimum of min words and question mark. Then we will put over here min words colon true, then colon here and null. So this is what I want to show. Now you can save this. Okay, something is wrong here. It is showing error here. Why? Because we have right here this is wrong, right? We should mention it as new form control, new form control. Okay, fine. Alright, so these things are ready. Now let me explain it again in detail. So here you can see we have declared one variable where we have set the default value as blank, and we are calling one custom validator with parameter 2. Now this value will be stored in min words, and here we are checking if control it will return control abstract control if control value, if not of control value. If it is not true, then it will just simply return null. Else what we will do, we will count the word count. Means we will count the word. So here I'm just checking if control.value.trim, firstly we will do trim, then split with spaces, and then we will calculate the length. If this thing is calculated, then we will store it into the word count, and then we are simply checking if the word count is lesser than min word. Min words are what? Parameters. Then in that case we will show min word true and return, else null. Okay, so this is just a way to check whether it contains two words or not. This is a custom logic with parameter. Okay, I'm sure logic you already know and you can customize it as per your need, but just an example to show you how it works. Okay, just make sure these all things are imported: abstract control, form control, reactive form module, all these things. Okay, now let's go to app.component.html file. Here we will add the form, and then we will add here label. In label we will mention the tag of the field, let's say full name. Okay, then we will add an input field over here, input. Then in input field we will mention type would be text only. Okay, then after text we will mention form control, so we will write here form control. Okay, then we will write here full name. Okay, and then something is wrong, we added form control and then we added full name. It should not show any error here, but oh, we added small capital F, it should be small. Okay, now it is perfect. Now here we will add the message, so p tag. Here I will write minimum 2 words are required. Minimum 2 words are required. Then we will write here star ng if, and then we will check if full name dot touched Okay, I'm sure you know about touched and all, because this thing we have already discussed. And full name dot errors question mark dot, and then we will check for min words. Okay, so min words, then in that case we will show minimum two words are required, because we are passing parameter and we are sure that we are passing 2. Otherwise you can make it dynamic, minimum 2 or 3, whatever logic is there, you can just customize it. Okay, so let's run this. ng serve -- open, enter, just wait for few seconds, and then it will show you the output and the browser. Then we will verify it. So we have main heading Angular codes by Tech Sharmit, then we have title reactive form in Angular, form control with custom validator and parameter for minimum words validation. Then we horizontal row, one label, one input field, another horizontal row. So let's verify the logic. If I write something like this ABC and press and click outside of the form, you will see that it shows the message minimum 2 words are required. If I put 2 words, it is fine. If I put more than 2 words, that is also fine, because it is just looking for the minimum 2 words. And how it is calculating? With the help of space. So we have added this logic, right? So this is exactly what we planned and we got. So I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.